Do 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 do. How's everyone doing? Can you hear me? Can you see me? It doesn't matter. There's no one there to answer. But I can see myself. Okay, what is different today? I'm working on this Portugal the Man song, and I'm gonna have to work on some more of their songs because they're fun to work on. I like to play them. In the last couple of days, I figured out how to sing the song, which I couldn't do 2 days ago. So on tomorrow's stream, hi Giorgio. On tomorrow's stream, I'll play this Portugal the Man song. It's called Modern Jesus. Really good song. By the way, Giorgio, thank you for suggesting that Ozzy Osbourne song, Crazy Train. That is pretty much his most famous song. And I was actually playing around on some of the chords. It's not that hard, you know. It's like do a do. It's like, you know, okay. It's like this, okay. I mean, it has that wild opening, but then it goes. Millions of people. Yeah, I'm gonna fly today. I just got started. So yesterday I had a very embarrassing problem. I had an embarrassing problem with my Grumman F4F, which is a plane that's right up my wheelhouse. I love it very much. This one, the Grumman F4F Wildcat. Okay, so yesterday I'm like, this is the one I'm gonna fly. And then, geez, what happened here? Give me a second here, catching up. By the way, little Diet Coke, cheers. So I had them take it to the shop, and they said, "Yeah, we'll work on it. We'll work on it a bit. Let's get it ready for you." Let's see if they worked on it today. But it's kind of frozen up here. Give it a second. Doesn't do that to usually. What's my thing here saying, by the way? Performance. Yeah. That's unusual. Am I still streaming? Yeah, it froze up completely. Doesn't normally do that. Interesting. Right? Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to restart it because I have no other, alternate. I was playing it earlier today and it was fine. So what is going on? It's still showing. Yeah, it's in some kind of loop. All right. Let's go back to me here. Let's see if it'll start up again. If I'm not raging at something, it's not a stream, man. So now I have to talk, by the way, for a while because it takes quite a while for this game to launch. There's launching game, and then it takes a good solid 3 minutes. So normally I do it before the show, so I don't have to fill the show with 3 minutes of time. But today I get the opportunity to fill it with 3 minutes of time, and rather than doing nothing, it's roughly 3 minutes. But I am going to play this song, whether you like it or not. I just got to bring the lyrics up over here. Hold on a second. I need to bring these up. continue in normal mode. Let's try it. But it's still going to take a while to come up. Okay, how does this song go? Okay, put this back on here. This is called Modern Jesus. It was suggested by Mord. I wonder if she's going to show up to my stream. She's supposed to be streaming later, but she said she's having technical difficulties. So maybe she'll come visit my stream. You can see what's going on here. It's just thinking about, hold on. All right, this is how it goes. Hi, Science. I'm just going to play a song while I'm booting this. Hold on, you'll see. You'll let you know it's done. Yeah. Come on and take a seat next to me. You know we've got what you need. We may be liars preaching to choirs, but we can sell your dreams. You don't need sympathy, they got a pill for everything. No, to take that dark cloud, bring it out to wash it down, but don't pray for us. We don't need no modern Jesus to roll with us. The only room we need is never giving up. The only faith we have is faith in us. Okay. I got a little further in the song. We're the ones who start little fires, get laboring out. When they're on the rise, they can't help but shine. And when the wave approaches, take our ashes to the ocean. Who cares if hell awaits? We're having drinks at heaven's gate. Don't pray for us. We don't need no modern Jesus to roll with us. The only room we need is never giving up. The only faith we have is faith in us. It's a great song. I haven't seen part 2 yet. I will not see it in the theaters. It's in the theaters. I didn't see part 1 in the theaters. You know what I'm saying? I'm effectively already paying to see it once it comes out on whatever streaming thing. So if I go see it in the theaters, that means I'm kind of paying for it twice. And I'm just not that excited about it. Especially, you know, it gets so, okay, let's see if we can get this Grumman going this time. Okay, I'm still convinced that I can choose this Grumman, check the liveries, right? This is where I was before. Let's try a different one. Fighting Squadron 72. So I was doing this the other day. Yesterday I tried this aircraft and it would not let me get it going. But today, earlier, I took it to the shop. They promised me they fixed the issue with the controls. So I really wanted to check it out and then it crashed. Okay, I think this is a good one. Okay, the other thing I wanted to do was practice maybe doing carrier landings. Where's my carrier stuff? Is it here? Yeah. All right, we're going to take off there, set as departure. Set up just be out the sides of the line. We're actually taking off in a World War II theater plane. Previously, I took off in the Mitsubishi Zero and I was trying to do carrier landings, and they were not working. In other words, I was getting down there and the tail hook would not grab the wires. So I want to see if the issue is with the plane, with the carrier, or with me. But we had issues just starting this plane yesterday. They promised me they fixed it. But if not, I'm going to have to fire my maintenance crew and get a different one. By the way, cheers, little Diet Coke. I'm running low, it seems, but trust me, I have more in the refrigerator, and we will be cracking open a little bit more. I just had a little bit left in the. We'll get to it. Yeah, oh, that's the other thing. I don't want to sit in a theater for 2 hours. I don't have the attention span for that. You know, the ads and previews can be the most fun part. You know, I mean, the point is there's a spectacle. It's loud. It's a big screen. Oh, I think we're about to undergo wild animal attack. That's probably not a good thing. Come here, Mo. Say hello. Say hello to your fans. Say hello to all the fans. Hold a second here. Hold on. Here's a kitty for you. Look at the kitty. Oh yeah, he's this is Mo. If you haven't met Mo before, it's the kitty. People like the kitty content. Oh yeah, they do. So we always like to feature the kitty. There he is. Mo, what's new? He's a happy cat, generally. He's getting up there. I think he's 14. Okay, I can move that. All right, hold on. It's still thinking about loading. That's good. Because it messed up. Yesterday, the plane wouldn't run. Today, it crashed. Let's see if third time's a charm and maybe we can actually get up in the air. And this is a carrier-rated plane. So theoretically, we can land on a Japanese aircraft carrier. We wouldn't want it. You know, back in the day, you wouldn't have wanted to. But that's my mission, kind of the mission I've set for myself today. And it basically just because yesterday I wanted to fly this plane and it wouldn't even start. Let's see if it will start today. Okay, so we're going to say ready to fly. We're going to attempt to use that. That's good. We're going to change it to, this is where we're sitting. This is good. This is exactly where I want to be. We're going to change it to daytime. So that we'll make it like a nice morning flight. Let's take a look overcast, but oh no, not even overcast, just mild, some clouds, light clouds. We're at this little Japanese base. We're going to take off and try to land at the carrier. Well, we're not going to take off because first we're going to see if we can even take it on. Okay, I'll tell you right away if it's going to work or not. Okay, it should work because yesterday I couldn't adjust the throttle or the mixture from there. So, all right. So I think it's going to work, and we can turn the magneto on, which we couldn't really do that easily. So I think we're going to be okay, at least for takeoff. Okay, gear lowered. Okay, so we want, let's see, generator on, master battery on. We're not going to start the engine because first we're going to open the fuel, which is currently closed. So this should work too, yes. Oh, that worked before though. Main. Let's see, landing flaps. Unfold wings first. Well, first we're going to start the engine and then we're going to unfold the wings because we need hydraulic power. So let's see if it'll start. Yeah, magnetos are on. Propeller is clear. Start engine is there. Oh, and it started. Yesterday it would not start no matter what I tried. We don't need full rich mixture, I don't believe. Propeller also does not need to be at full. Now we can fold or unfold our wings using the wing unfold device. And that's us in there. Got the cockpit open and watching those wings fold out. This is a carrier-based airplane, which is why the wings fold, so you can pack a lot of them onto the below decks area. It's a beautiful, I mean, I just love taking that. So I was sad that it did not work yesterday. Yeah, the other thing is I've seen Dune 1 twice. I've read the book several times when I was a kid, you know, like in 1977. But I feel like, I think I probably will still watch the Dune 1 Part 1 because I liked it. It's just kind of tedious, but so is the book. And it was pretty close to the book, I think, in some ways. And there's a bunch of ornithopter flying, which I'm really into now. All right, let's see if we can talk to these guys about getting out of here. We don't be sitting on the ground all day. We're gonna head out, straight out. It doesn't matter. We're in the area we already want to be in. Okay, so let's close the cockpit so we don't forget later. Close all the way, please. Thank you. This plane, okay, oh yeah, I want to check one thing here. Okay, that looks good. Okay, if we need to push back, it's a problem. But I don't think we do. No, we might. It might be screwed because of this orientation. I don't know if we can turn. This plane does not turn very well. And I noticed this before. Can't turn at all. Yeah, I don't think it will. Alright, well, we'll start it back up on the runway then. I don't think there's an option for pushback. It's not what I wanted. Got a lot of cat attack here. Okay, yeah, this is not going to work. The reason why is this plane has, and I noticed this earlier, it's been before, this plane has a lot of trouble turning, even though it should be, because you can see it's on the, see, now it wants to turn, but I needed more room. It's interesting, and there's no pushback there. I've never started there in that position before. It's not startable even in the Mitsubishi Zero, because there's no pushback, and you can't turn. I think the Zero might turn a little bit better. I know, yeah. Well, we'll start on the runway. It won't take that long to load up, because now it'll be started. It'll be in the same position, but we'll just start on the runway. At least I proved that that it does start up, though. And I did it before, and in fact, in a regular airport, you can get it to the runway and take off, and land. I did a little flight in it earlier, because that's how I had a feeling it was going to work. Where it didn't work yesterday. Okay. We got a kitty cat here. He's all meowy. So let's see if this is going to work for us here. Change that to that. Why am I rolling? Oh, the wings have to come out. Let's see if I can stop effectively. Oh, almost did die there. Okay. Brakes on. That's fine. Wait. How much of this runway do we burn through? Oh, we're fine. All right, so let's see where we are now. I just want to check these in. What here? We got propeller there. Everything's on. That's all on. Master battery. We don't really need that there. Blah, blah. Unlocked. Landing flaps. Fuel of main. Okay. All right, let's just get going. All right. I'm going to go to full because we want to get a short takeoff here. It's plenty, though. I'm just going to need the whole runway. That's fine. I need the whole runway. Okay. The point, and why am I doing this again in the same position, you might wonder. Let's get the gear up. We can fly around a bit. It takes a while to bring the gear up, too. I'll do it. I was doing this about 2 weeks ago. This content comes with the Mitsubishi Zero fighter craft that I purchased. And so I'm like, well, I took it out for a day. And it has 3 of these aircraft carriers. And all 3 of these you should be able to land on if you know what you're doing. Because they have decks and they have arrestor cables. And these planes have hooks on the back of them. So I spent a whole, 40-minute session doing perfect landings. Not on that one, but on these 2. I'm going to fly over the other one. And I could see that I got the hook in there, but it wasn't stopping. And this was with the Zero, so I wanted to try it with another carrier-rated plane. So you have to land on the other side where the red dot is, where that blank dot is for that one. And this one you want to land on from this direction. Also, these definitely have arrestor cables, and they're on the short side, which is the near side, which is where I think you want to land from. On all other planes I've seen. Maybe I did land from the wrong direction. Because the arrestor cables are there. Maybe that was my problem. Maybe I was landing backwards. Come to think of it. Alright, so this plane, I didn't try the other direction. Oh, you know what? Anyway, we have tail hook. Tail hook comes out way back there, and it comes way lower than the one on the Mitsubishi does, on the Zero. So my theory is, let me get this gear out if I can. Start coming out. Maybe we'll try landing from the other direction, which is here, sort of. See if that's better, because I just assumed you landed from the closer direction to where the cables were, but in fact, you may have to land the other direction. Maybe it makes even more sense. But we'll see. Oh, actually, it doesn't make more sense. But let's just see. This is the other direction that we didn't try. We're gonna see. Okay, cables are down, or by the hook is down. Oh, flaps. We gotta put our flaps down. We're going way too fast. That's okay. If we get the hook, we don't have to worry about it. What was that? It went right to the left. It made a hard left right at the end there. Let's try it again. It just takes seconds to get back there. By the way, we're flying. It's this content where hold on. Okay, switch it to daytime. I purchased a pack of content that includes the Mitsubishi Zero and a bunch of World War II era Japanese aircraft carriers, and this airbase. So this is all part of the content. This plane is not there. Okay, we want to unfold it. Let's get this unfolded. This plane is an American plane that was also carrier operation, the F4F4. Yeah, no, something weird happened right when I got there, but it's kind of typical. Okay, so we're ready to take off again, I think, right? Let's go ahead and wind up that RP, wind it up. But I was able to make a bunch of touch and goes in the Zero. What I wasn't able to do was get the arrestor cable to hook up. The arrestor cable is in the back there, which I'm going to put down now so I don't forget it at the last minute. The tail hook. The arrestor cables are on the aircraft carrier. So again, I'm just trying to, I'm not going to try even bring the gear up or anything like that. I'm just trying to make carrier landings. I want to see if this one works a little better here. Okay, so flaps down. Maybe that the flaps were kind of causing turbulence. I don't know. Got my hook down. We're not going too fast. And basically, I'm trying to see whether it's my bad flying or whether these cables are just not arresting it, or whether there's issues on that particular plane, because it doesn't. This arrestor cable goes much lower, or hook. Excuse me. The tail hook goes lower than on the Zero, so it might be an issue with the Zero not having the hook low enough. And yeah, I have to do this from outside the plane. I cannot do this from inside. I think this is the right way to land. See if it does any kind of weird shit here. Okay, well, it didn't crash specifically. Oh, is it trying to show a hook there? Hold on. They're trying to show, and I can't. Let me zoom in here, maybe. No, those are wires on the plane, right? Or is there a wire? No, that's a shadow. See those 4 big cables? There's actually 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 6, I'm counting, which is more than I was expecting. It should have caught one of those. I mean, it's dragging on the ground there. So my feeling is if it can't catch one of those, it can't catch anything. Let's try that again, though. The other thing is I'm thinking, do you have to land from the other direction? Okay, flaps up. And maybe it only catches if from one direction, but I think that's the right direction. Okay, we're keeping the tail hook down. We'll try that again, but I'm not optimistic that it can actually catch anything. Although it looked like it kind of wanted to catch something. And the Zeros wouldn't even stop. Wouldn't come to a stop. They just kept going. So I did touch and go. So I was able to, give it full throttle and go behind. All right, we did it. So we're going to make a turnaround, put the flaps down, and try another landing from this direction. See if it's better or worse. Yeah, I may not have gone out far enough for a good... line up. It caught it. That was definitely... Now, it's not... There's no visual indication. But you could definitely feel it catch it. It caught the third cable, I think. It bounced over the first two and caught the third cable. The cables don't show the animation. Now, some carriers will show the animation of the cable, but you could see that it stopped the plane exactly like I expected. But it did it from either direction. I'm just expecting it to show the pull of the cable. And that's because other content does show that. That's kind of a bug. But at least you can land, and it's really cool. You got these other Zero models sitting there, and it's pretty cool. I'm gonna get out and take a walk on the deck here. Say hi to these various Japanese soldiers who are animated, which is kind of cool. Hello, how you guys all doing? Hope you're having a nice day here. All right, so we found out something. By the way, I could not do that with the Zero. The Zero would not catch the cables. But the Zero, you can kind of tell, the Zero's hook only goes down to the bottom of where that rear, wheel is. Doesn't go down far enough. Where the hook on this goes well below it. Unfortunately, you cannot see the physical action of the hook bringing the cable in. By the way, we're parking brake now. I want to try something here. I want to try removing seeing if I can undo. Right, it's all the way down here now. Where the tail hook. Well, it does retract it, but it doesn't do anything special. Okay. Right. We cannot take off from here because we don't have enough runway, though. Unlike the other way. Are you supposed to land in the circle? I think these markings are to help you. I think you're also supposed to land from this direction, right? And I think these markings kind of are Japanese, numbers to show you what number, so you knew which ship number you're supposed to land on. But I like things like the netting, it's like very realistic. I don't know if we can do this, but if we go out here, I don't know how well modeled it is below the main deck. But it definitely does not look like a, yeah, you can't really go in. It does look, oh, that's kind of cool. The chrysanthemum, that was the royal symbol, of course. All naval ships had that on the bow, by the way. It was the symbol of the royalty. And the rising sun there. Beautiful kind of design there. I didn't check this out either yet, so you can't go in, right? I guess you can, but there's nothing there. Alright, that's kind of cool. Well, anyway, we got plenty more time, but I think I've satisfied my curiosity for this segment. So I'm going to do a completely other thing. What that is, I don't know. But the things I found out were the F4F. I'm not going to uninstall it like I was threatening to do yesterday, because yesterday I'm like, well, if it's not going to work, I don't want it taking up gigabytes on my disk. By the way, they came out. I bought the F5, the Tiger, and they came out with another one. And I still want to buy the Zeppelin, but I haven't bought it yet. The Zeppelin is it's here, I think, right? It's not a new release, huh? A lot of stuff to buy, but I'm not gonna buy a Concorde. I heard the next version of Flight Simulator, the Cirrus Vision Jet G2, is going to be a standard default plane. F4 Phantom, that's definitely a plane I want someday. That's aspirational. 7.75 gig. But man, oof. What is that? Who's this? Let me see some of these pictures here. Yeah, I don't know exactly about what those markings are on the back of the carrier, so I don't know. All I know is, yes, it is possible to grab a wire. You won't see the wire being pulled. Other carriers that you land on will do that. We'll show you the wire, so you know which wire you pulled. This is beautiful, though. Okay, this is also $35. So already I want to spend $30 on a Zeppelin and $35 on an F4. But I already have too many planes, so no. We got to say no. Yeah, I mean, someday maybe. All right, so let's first find somewhere in the world I want to fly. It's not going to be Japan. I'm thinking, we're going to stick to the tried and true kind of European areas. Uh, Maybe more like Southern Europe. Avignon. And not in the F4F though, because we've determined that it works. In what? Something else. Doesn't matter what, just has to be something else. Well, we'll take out so many good choices. I feel like doing kind of something slow moving today. And those I feel like something relaxing. You know what I mean? So we're gonna do just a little European tour via ultralight, and we're gonna do that for about 15 minutes or so, maybe more, because it's a weekend stream. I can stream for more like 2 hours, and when I stream for 2 hours, the first half of my stream is always me doing the flight simulator stuff. Second half of the stream is me playing live music. That's what happens every single time. And today we are scheduled for Ken's Lounge. I won't be playing anything too special. Probably some of those James Taylor songs. But mainly just the songs that I have as part of my, so-called professional piano lounge act, which I need to, keep fresh. Okay. Yeah, for daytime, make the magic daytime, please. Make it daytime. It's currently 8:17 there. Okay, I love this plane. It will. Is there a runway somewhere? It doesn't matter. Which way are we heading, though? Where am I again? Avignon. Sorry, Avignon. Hold on. We're gonna check this out on Google Maps so I know kind of where I'm supposed to be going. Okay. Oh, this should be fun. I have no idea where we are. Let's try it seeing from the air if we can figure out where we are. Oh. Oh. We're fine. It's all good. It's all good. Okay, I think we want to head this way towards the water. Oh yeah, this is going to be interesting. Yeah, you get great visibility. Okay, so. Whoa. Jeez. Centered. Okay, that makes it easier. All right, there we go. Yeah, okay, I think it might be this way. It's kind of south. There's Avignon. It's that direction there. And until we get there, we'll have this nice little view of the fields. But yeah, we're going to establish a south-southeast vector. And have kind of a relaxing trial. It's going to be like a 10-minute short, 10-minute long, maybe just a flyover till we get to Avignon, and then we'll see some things like probably a palace. It's about 3 miles away, so maybe like a 4-minute flight from here, because we go about 45, 50 miles an hour, really. But man, it's flying though. It's really different kind of flying. Honestly, if you're going to say, well, if you were going to pilot anything, I think you know, real in a real world situation, I think I might want to do something like this. I don't know if I really want to pilot. I mean, I guess there's safety concerns in the real world, but still, you know, wear a parachute. You're not that high up, I guess. I don't know. They're probably pretty safe if you don't try to do anything too aerobatic. All right, we're heading south-southeast towards Avignon. And when we get to the Palais du Pape, we're going to look for that on Google Maps, and I'll be able to orient myself. Which looks like some interesting... I've never been around this part of France before, by the way. I mean, even overhead. Looks like some interesting terrain. By the way, I wanted to mention, while I have some time, that I've made a technical change to today's stream. I always like to experiment because, you know, I don't know if I have everything set perfectly or not. And I'm always a little concerned about the visual quality of what people see who tune in to either to the YouTube live or the Twitch live stream and or the VOD that I upload, because those could all, which I, you know, and you know, the VOD as gets uploaded to YouTube, because those all get watched. Nobody watches the VOD on Twitch, so I don't care about the physical quality of that. So what I notice is that a lot of gamers are not using 1080p, they're using 960 or whatever that's called. This is really pretty though. And the reason why they down-res them to 960 is because it may be for some games where you're doing you're getting a lot of frames going, and I'm getting a lot of frames here, and I'm moving a lot of data through the screen. That 960p will be a smoother experience with less de-resing, I guess you'd call it, than 1080p, which is where I've been doing all my streams up to now. Now my master is at 1440. So, you know, I'm looking at everything in perfect fidelity at 1080p. Okay, let's just say. Remark. But when I look at my VOD, I'm like, wow, it doesn't look that great. You know, it doesn't look as good as I'm seeing on my monitors, obviously, which is fine. But how can I get the ideal level of quality? That is the Castle du Pape, P-A-P-E-S. Okay, hold on a second. That is quite a lovely item to behold. So I'm changing the resolution as an experiment this one day. Okay, so where is, okay, right, there's that there. Okay, and then there's the bridge there. Okay, so that's basically right here. Well, what is that? Okay, there's that thing. So, is that the Avignon Cathedral? I mean, it says what? Palais du Papes. And I'm trying to find, let me just look that up. Des Papes. Oh, okay, yeah, it is right there. And there's the parking. Okay, yeah. So the Notre Dame of Avignon and the Palais are all right there. What does it say about it on Google? By the way, let's take a look at. This is what I'm looking at here on Google Maps. There's gardens. Oh, it's the Pope's Palace, is what you could translate that as. Oh, an amazing place with a history that makes you think about the infallibility and unity of the Catholic Church. I would rather not, but fine. Nevertheless, the palace itself, its vastness and splendor inspire respect and admiration. How are people in those times able to build something so huge and so solid at the same time? Wonderful cloisters, walls, and courtyards, huge spaces of halls inside the palace. Incroyable! I didn't know I would enjoy this visit so much. The computer tablets I lend you are a bit of a distraction, but turn out to be a wealth of information and a lot of fun once you figure them out. Interesting. There's a very old famous bridge where you can see the remnants from long ago, lots of history and beauty. Highly recommend a visit to Avignon. You will not be disappointed. All right, let's move So this is basically the heart of Avignon. It kind of overlooks the rest of the city. There's, so if you're going to walk around, you're going to walk around there. You're going to check out this place over here. You know what I mean? It's all these. This whole area is old. The newer areas are just kind of spread out. Multiple cathedral activities in the same area. But yeah, that's a big castle. Pope's Castle. At the time when they were, when they were probably building that, the fact that they were Catholic here and that English people were Church of England, COE, was a big deal. So they wanted to highly celebrate the fact that they were Catholic. Whereas Church of Englanders were not so much into the Catholic. And I'm watching the show Shogun on Hulu or whatever and FX. It's a good show. I like Shogun. I heard that it's not going to get renewed, which is fine. I mean, it's based on a book. But part of it is that a bunch of Catholics came from Holland at the time and brought the religion with them and started, making all the big lords and shoguns, become Catholic. And then this English guy is showing up, and he's like, "No, we're not Catholic. We hate the Catholics." So it makes it kind of, it kind of shows how religious division was a real thing, and it was more serious than where you were from. So, in other words, the fact that somebody else, he was in this foreign language, he was an Englishman, didn't speak Japanese initially in this foreign land, was less important than that the lords he allied with were not Catholic, and the other lords allied against that lord were Catholic. It's interesting, and that's kind of, you have to read the book to get some of these subtleties apparently, but they bring it through in the show, which I'm talking about Shogun, by the way. It's really well done. Highly recommended. I'm watching Shogun. I'm watching The Three Body Problem. I'm catching up on Foundation. And because I have Apple TV for 3 months for free, I figure I could watch pretty much all the Apple TV shows in 3 months if I binge the living shit out of them. Because I haven't seen like Ted Lasso. There's a bunch of those. But I'm watching Foundation. And then I'm going to watch For All Mankind at some point, and then I also want to watch the show Constellation. They've got a bunch of sci-fi shows. It's Apple TV. And then they just came out with a show called Palm Beach, which is Kristen Wiig as a up-and-coming or wannabe socialite. And that's on Apple TV. It got good reviews. I started checking it out. I like Kristen Wiig. It takes place in 1969. It's very much a period piece in that sense. It's got all sorts of, old cars and hairstyles and clothes and stuff like that. There's another cathedral. There's a church, maybe. That's just a church. That's not a cathedral. Damn it. Sorry. The funniest thing about Shogun, I thought that was funny for me, was that Kristen Wiig plays a indigent young beauty pageant winner who feels that because she's good looking, it's her right to become one of high society. But she doesn't have any money or anything, but she finds a woman who's the last of her kind, who has a last of her family, from a very wealthy family, who also happens to be in a coma in Florida. And she kind of, gets into their house and starts stealing her shit, taking her clothes and being all bubbly and friendly and stuff like that. And the woman in the coma is Carol Burnett, played by Carol Burnett. So far she hasn't had to, I've only watched the first 2 episodes, so she hasn't had to move or do much of anything. I mean, she barely moves. She's alive, but she hasn't had to do anything. But every time I see Carol Burnett, I have laughed my fucking ass off, because, I mean, very few people are, for 2 reasons. One is I'm a big fan of Carol Burnett, and she is hilarious. Kristen Wiig is from Saturday Night Live, by the way. I mean, there's a lot of comedy, pedigree there. We're just going to fly around the countryside for a few more minutes. I'm going to talk about random shit. So beyond that Carol Burnett's in it, obviously I do my little take at the end of every show where I talk about how my show is like the Carol Burnett show and I do the things she did. So the fact that I see in a new show, there's a brand new show that came out this week, and Carol Burnett is in it, I was like really excited. And then she's in a coma, but so Kristen Wiig's character is taking advantage of that and borrowing her clothes. And then at the end of the one episode, she borrows a expensive piece of jewelry and takes it to the pawn shop to fund her need to join the fanciest country club in Palm Beach. So she steals a $20,000 necklace from Carol Burnett, who's in a coma and doesn't know, right? But I have a feeling Carol Burnett's going to wake up and going to not be super happy about the situation. But that just could be me. I mean, they're kind of telegraphing that might eventually happen, but I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. So, okay, so this is, what direction? This is north of Avignon. What do you find? Anything going on out there, really? Châteauneuf-du-Pape. Are you familiar with the Châteauneuf-du-Pape region? It's a very famous wine region. Okay, right. So these split off, right, that direction. That goes there. Oh, and it joins it again. Yeah, so up there, it's further up this area, is a very, very famous wine-making region, which has a variety of famous, I think, or maybe it's just Châteauneuf-du-Pape is the only one, but I think there's multiple. I think it's a region, isn't it? A winemaking area? It's nice out here, though. We're just kind of following the road. You can tell you're in Europe. They got a big traffic circle. You know? Which we should have more in America. You know, they work even when the power is out. All right, what's over there? Is there somewhere to land over here? How's our aeroplane doing? We got fuel left. Got plenty of fuel. What is this over here? Perfect. It's a big empty field we can land on the side of this little hill here. Nice. By the way, I did not change the weather today. I did change the time of day because it's obviously nighttime there. But I like it when I don't have to make it magically a sunny day. And I did not. I just left the weather. I just changed the time. There I am. I think he'd be cold up there. You know what I mean? You don't want to be bare-armed, but he's fine. Yeah, we're going to land, and then I'm going to set up my keyboards. Keyboard. It's just one. I'm going to set up my keyboard, and I'm going to be playing my lounge act. I'm going to sing some of those James Taylor songs and maybe a couple others, but mainly I'm going to play... I promised myself I'm going to mainly play instrumental. And if you haven't been here since yesterday, I've got some new technology, quote unquote, that I'm experimenting with that lets me kind of mess with, move my camera around in a little pattern on certain screens, in certain scenes, actually, technically there. I like this little storybook bridge here. We should lose some altitude just so we get some nice views. Where is this, by the way? Okay, it's right there. Isn't it? No, not right there. It's there. Got it. Okay, so Châteauneuf-du-Pape is still ways up there, quite a ways north of us. Whatever that is. And it looks like there's like a mine or a quarry over here. Yeah, and then there's a little landing field right on the other side of this hill. We're gonna check it out. It's a pretty day. That looks like a nice little island there. What's it called? Oh, it's the Pope's Island. Everything's the Pope here. Literally, it's Ile de Pape. Ile de Pape. It's the Pope's Island. You know what I mean? They were real proud of how the Pope pretty much owned the whole area. And they probably still are, but it's interesting to see how much stuff there is named after the local dominant religion. You know, not, I mean, it's common in Europe. But they are proud papists around here. That's why he gets that island. Anyway, any stream where during the flying portion I get to learn something, which we did regarding the F4F. Oh gosh, yeah, and they're still a huge landholder all over Europe. Not just think of them as, oh yeah, don't they have like a bunch of Rome? Oh yeah, no. But it's literally, I was looking up, what's that island called? Oh, it's the Ile de Pape, P-A-P-E-S, which means Pope, the Pope's Island. Or Pope Island, you know. I don't think you want to call it Pope Island. That maybe you would, but I think it means the Pope's Island, effectively. And you know, I'm sure there's a lot of other things. But their castle that they have in Avignon is the Castle de Pape. This was a big center in France of the Catholic religion. I mean, it started there, or like it was a part where, you know, it was there since the Middle Ages, long before the Church of England started opposing them. All right, dead ahead is our landing zone. And then we're going to, we'll play some music. I'm looking forward to playing some music. I always do. And then tomorrow, it'll be a guitar stream, and I'm looking forward to playing that guitar song I was trying to play. The Portugal the Man song. Which is called, by the way, Ettore, how you doing? We are flying around France, Avignon, France. But I love flying around Italy. And also we have, as you know, some Spanish aficionados. So from Valencia, that's where Enoda is, or Edonia, excuse me, who also is known as Lilith on YouTube. She said she's from Valencia. So I like to stream around there. But this is a beautiful day in Avignon, France. And again, this plane, I mean, this ultralight is so slow and undramatic. There's no switches, there's no levers, there's no buttons, there's nothing go wrong, there's nothing go right. It doesn't go fast, it doesn't go slow, it just goes. It's interesting how this is laid out here. Like, is that a runway there? It can just land anywhere on this big flat grass area. Yeah, I think there's like a long runway there, and then there's this one here. We only need about 100 feet to land. We're not like a plane that needs any like landing. You just want to keep it right around there, and then we flare out, so you don't smash up anything. But you also take off at just maybe less than 100 feet. It's a very light plane. Looks like they have a little like parking area, and you know. It almost looks like you come to a complete stop when you land. It's almost like you land at zero, but you don't. You're still going like 20 miles an hour when you land. It's very slow. It's a very slow landing. You can literally be going maybe 20 knots. That's why they call it an ultralight and not just a light. But yeah, these grass strips are ideal. Actually, it lands a lot softer on the grass. What do we got over here? We got a helicopter over there. That's kind of fun. Any other planes? Well, you know what? I thought they said something about reconsidering the birth control issue. Maybe not. But they've got all sorts of things, that they've had where they've had, strictures that have been around for 1,000 years. Oh, they got to roll it back because, society. I would have more respect for them, actually, if they just said, look, we're not rolling back just because society, we're not rolling back how we feel about whatever, that they've condemned previously, gays. You know what I mean? We're not, just stick with your guns. Say God made it this way, and just because society is changing, we're not going to change. I would have respect for religion like that, but one that molds itself to whatever the day, the feelings of the day. Hey, put me on the concrete pad here, please. I don't want to be on the grass. There we go. There we go. That's fine. I just want to have that integrity. If you're going to have a wacky beliefs that are based on just some book that was written or whatever, stick to them. I love the design, the open design of this engine. It is very detailed. You see the cylinder, you see the bolts on the cylinder head, you see the carburetor, you see the distributor and the top there, and the coil pack. You see the entire muffler and exhaust system at the bottom there. That's the on this side on the right side. That's the air intake and carburetor system there, and everything is modeled. You can see the air filter, that dark thing on the right there, and the exhaust. Everything is modeled like they had a lot of time spent. It's a water cooled system. That's a radiator at the bottom. Okay, you can tell it's water cooled because if it were air cooled, the cylinder would have those air cooler things, stripes on it. But in fact, it's water cooled. Why would you? I'm kind of surprised it's water cooled because you think for an open engine like that, that's right in front of a propeller that's acting like a fan, you could save a lot of weight by having it air cooled. But I don't make the choices. I didn't put this engine in there. But this engine, you can kind of see those green tubes. Those are the water. That's the cooling water jacket cooling system. And there's kind of a pressure reservoir at the top, and then a pump at the back there. And it's very simple, and you can see everything. And when that little green thing at the back, that's the battery, and that's literally all the components of the engine. It's pretty cool, and obviously the propeller, and that's about it. But there's literally just a really limited number of pieces. But again, the thing that I'm always surprised about this engine is why did they make it water cooled when you think there's plenty of airflow, that you could make it air cooled, and that But there's a radiator, so it's water cooled. All right, hey, I want to talk about this for all day, so we're going to move on to. It is incredible. I mean, I think it's only about 300 pounds without the pilot in it. So you weigh as the pilot, you weigh with the fuel in the pilot, you weigh more than the plane does, and that's why you can put it in the back of a trailer. You can take you can unscrew the wings from the top and put it in the back of a trailer, and because you need to. You don't want to store it somewhere. You want to be able to put it in your garage or something like that. So, and yeah, you can do it yourself. You can attach the wing and kind of push it around. It's like 250 pounds without gas and a person in it, or like something amazing. All right, give me a chance. That was fun though. I don't know why. I just like playing the flight simulator. So, by the way, I got some YouTube people here. If you're here for YouTube, I'm going to take a short break so I can put my piano up. It's right over there. I'm going to bring my piano right here, and we're going to play piano for maybe as much as an hour, roughly. That's we're going to refresh my Diet Coke because we're running real low on that. But do stick around for a couple minutes. Thank you. Okay. Getting the transition here. Put my headphones on. All right. How's that going? All right. Picture looks good. Sound is off because I have not turned it on yet. Now let's try again. That wasn't so great, but hey. And sound. Reboot my camera. Let me do that right now. Let's see which cameras are working. 3 cameras. So that was just this one here. I can deactivate. That one does tend to have problems. There it is, rebooting. I know. Just one. The other day, it stayed on the whole time. I have to reset it, but that's fine. It's fine now. Although I do want to switch it, right? This is the way it's supposed to be. I have this thing where I can do this just for fun, you know? Okay. Back to transitions. All right, I think they're going to work now. Well, I just had to restart it, effectively. At least I don't have to restart the stream, you know? Oh, it froze again! This is not good. Ooh, that's not good. Why did it freeze again? Oh, and it's like, hold on. So, something's bad happening here. We may not be able to use... Maybe we'll just use the 2 cameras today. You know what I mean? We'll just go on 2 cameras. Let me try one more time and see if I can activate it. But it's really having problems. Yesterday it was fine. Weird though. Yeah, I'm not optimistic it will stay going. You know what I mean? Because it did keel over. So is this camera here? Yeah, it's fine. I will go back to, you know, okay. The only thing I changed, by the way, from yesterday, this is back to transition, so is I'm down resing from 1080p to 960p to see if it's actually better quality. But I don't think that would affect whether this camera is going to freeze or not. I wouldn't expect it to. We'll keep an eye on it though. But it just froze within 2 seconds of me unfreezing it. But because of that USB to untone, I think it's a USB issue. So I also might try doing it on a different USB. Just that one camera on a different USB port. Because sometimes some USB ports are better than others. I don't know why. Thank you, Stargazer. I'm just improvising here. This part, at least. I'm not sure if you asked this about the previous song. So it doesn't really have a name. Hey, welcome to Ken's Lounge. Gonna sidle up to the bar and get yourself a cocktail. We're just gonna play a little music and have some good times. Just more. That's my own music there. I don't think that's a real song. Well, it's a real song, just not somebody else's. A real instrumental song. Oh, welcome to the lounge. It's going to be a mellow day, I have a feeling. I'm just going to do a bunch of my lounge songs here. So enjoy, relax, again, have a drink, or no. So, fun fact, that song was written by the person who is depicted on my shirt right here. There. This here image of this person sitting here in the shark's mouth is Todd Rundgren, by the way. He wrote that particular song, among others that I like to play. Do 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 do. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. Oh, and it's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Yes, I can make it now, the rain is gone. I will my out of the bed, feelings have disappeared. Here is the rainbow I've been praying for, and it's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Look on I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind, and it's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. Yes, it's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. Thank you for commenting and complimenting my production values, which, you know, I think they're about they're as high as anybody else's music on Twitch production values, both in terms of because I put some attention into it and I have some training in video and audio production, so I think I kind of know how to do it more than just the average person is going to do it. I mean, I think this, you know, especially when I try to talk. So I want to fix it on this camera, which I can do. I have this pedal down here. I have 3-foot switches that I have this USB extension to my keyboard, so I can do various things without having to, you know, while I'm still playing. So I can trigger the transition scene. It's pretty elaborate at this point, but I'm not going to make too many more changes to it, but I am messing with it. Let's see, we've got plenty more songs to play here as part of the regular old, lounge piano act thing here. All right, time for the band in the box to come out. Just for this one song, though.
1, 2, 5.
Come out, do the rhythm. They're going to play the rhythm and the bass for me while I do the rest of the work here. the band in the box is not inspiring to me. It's like a metronome though. It keeps you on time. Keeps you on a time. Keeps me on the timer. But then again, sometimes it's nice to just sort of stretch out with a song, not necessarily be so concerned about the specific timing. Do 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 do. Really? It's a different kind of entertainment. There's a place for different for more than one form of entertainment on Twitch. Thank goodness. There's people playing games, people playing music, and then there's hot babes in bikinis. There's a place for all of us. You know what I mean? We don't have to all be good at everything. Hey girls, gather round, listen to what I'm putting down. Hey baby, I'm your handyman. I'm not the kind to use a pencil or rule. I'm handy with love and I'm no fool. I fix broken hearts, I know, but I truly can. If your broken heart should need repair, then I am the man to see. We'll whisper sweet things, you tell all your friends, they'll come running to me. Here is the main thing that I want to say. I'm busy 24 hours a day. I fix broken hearts, baby, I'm your handyman. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come, come. Yeah, yeah. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come, come. They'll come running to me. Here is the main thing that I want to say. I'm busy 24 hours a day. I fix broken hearts, baby, I'm your handyman. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come. Yeah, yeah. Come on, come on, come on, come, come, come. Yeah, yeah. All right, I'm gonna play. Give me a second here to set this up. A couple of those songs I like to play on the electric piano from the James Taylor archive, as I like to say, from his older songs. We'll do, the first one we're going to do is called The Water is Wide. It's a traditional song. Okay, so let's see if I can do my thing here. Back and forth. There we go. Yes, let's see if we can do this here. Oh, the water is wide. I can't cross over, and neither have I wings to fly. Build me a boat that can carry two, and both shall row. My love and I. There is a ship, and she sails the sea. She's loaded deep not so deep as the love I'm in. I know not how I sink or swim. Oh, love is handsome, and love is fine. The sweetest flower, when first it's new, but love grows old and waxes cold and fades away like summer dew. Build me a boat that can carry two, and both shall row, my love and I, and both shall row, my love and I. Oh, I kind of like doing that. So we'll do another one from this group. You Are My Only One. And then we'll do the Livingston Taylor one I like to do. And that's probably going to be it for this. Well, yeah, we're getting close there. We'll do maybe a couple more. But I'd like doing these James Taylor things. This one is called Only One. It's goes a little like this. Oh, you are my only one. You are my only one. Well, I'm telling you now, now you're my only one. I got two long legs to carry me, two sharp eyes to look for the light. I got two strong arms to hold on tight, two good friends on my left and my right, but only one, and you are my only one. You are my only one. Well, don't believe me now, now you're my only one. Now there's only one road before me, too many turns in the way, thousands of things to do today, millions of moments that I wouldn't miss, but only one, and it goes back to, and you are my only one. You are my only one. Well, I'm telling you now, now you're my only one. Then it goes back to, now there's what it goes back to. Oh, right here. Taken for granted and pushed aside. All that I wanted was a place to run and hide. Missing message in a hollow tree, getting deep inside of a memory, and the memory seems like dreams. Hundreds of hope in the past, nevertheless it was never the last. Hold on to long or we'll fade out fast. Only one, only one. Oh, you are my only one. You are my only one. with me now. Now you're my only one. It kind of has a couple repeats there and fades, which I'm not going to do. Okay, last one I want to do, but that I'm really addicted to, kind of, is Going Around One More Time. The Livingston Taylor song that James Taylor recorded. His brother's Livingston Taylor. You got to see ads. Wow. I make more than 20 cents a month on advertising revenue. So if you see an ad, by the way, you're one of the unlucky few that ever sees an ad on my stream. But I'm happy to see that. I mean, they have to. Do I have a bong? I have several. I have two bongs. One of them. Here. Hold on a second. One of them is where my finger is pointing. To see that's a Doll's Kill bong right there. It's kind of a water pipe. I have another bong. It's in the bathroom, but one is actually sitting right there, ready for me to make. Here, you can kind of see it better in this picture here. Hold on a second. Hold on a second here. This is my bong. Just give me a second. I'll show you. This is a vase for putting flowers in case anybody asks on Twitch. It's got like bats on it. It's a bubbler. Yeah, it's not a bong, it's a bubbler. But, it's a bubbler. So it's got the little, bubble. It bubbles a bit. Well, oh. A little bit. Okay. Bubbles a bit. A little bit. But I just got this is Doll's Kill has a bunch of these. They're not that expensive. Doll's Kill is a fashion line. You should check out it's DOLSSKILL. Doll's Kill, but all one word. I like Mistress Moore recommended it to me, and I got on their Instagram account, and I'm like, wow, they have this crazy fashion, like those boots that have the heels that are 6-inch thick. Yeah, Dolls. Check it out. It's dollskill.com. Because it looks like Doll Skill to me. I was always like, Doll Skill. What's Doll Skill? But it's supposed to be Doll's Kill. I don't know why. And they're mainly online. Although they have some stores, but everything they sell is just crazy over at the top, sexy. And then they sell some bongs. And this was the only one I thought that had the least bit of manliness to it because it's got the bats on it. It's got bats. It's pretty cool though. I mean, I order, just order online. They delivered it. It's not bad. I have another one that I use a little more for that kind of thing. Hold on. I got this last song. It's called Going Around One More Time. It's with Livingston Taylor. I have a little Diet Coke. I sing this last song because I love this song. So I don't do it well, but I don't care. It doesn't matter whether I do it well. I just like doing it. Diet Coke. There's no rum in it. It's just Diet Coke. By the way, if you like my songs, if you do like my my lounge act, I only ask one thing. I don't need money. I don't want tips or anything like that. I'll ask that you sidle up to the bar, that you order yourself an expensive cocktail, not a well drink or beer or anything, and not for me. I don't need anything. Order it for yourself, okay? And remember to tip the waitstaff generously because they have on average 7 kids. That's a lot of mouths to feed, okay? So we'll do this. My heart had been broken. I couldn't take no more. Shut up my window. Oops, hold on. And I bolted tight my door. That's when I took one look at you, and I nearly lost my mind. Now I'm going round, going round, going round, going around one more time. Yes, I'm going round, going round, going round, going around one more time. Betty was a little heartbreaker. It didn't quite work out. It did a number on my confidence. I was riddled with self-doubt. I said, that's it, I'm through, I quit. Then Juanita, she looked so fine. Now I'm going round, going round, going round, going around one more time. Yes, I'm going round, going round, going round, going around one more time. round and round in circles. Heart's always the same. One moment you'd swear you'd had enough, the next you've got to know her name. All on my own, it wasn't that bad. I was getting by as I could get. I stopped into a drugstore for one pack of cigarettes. She didn't have a quarter, had to call her cousin Kate. Could I lend her one thin dime? Now I'm going round, going round, going round, going around one more time. I'll be going round, going round, going round, going around one more time. See me going round, going round, going round, going around one more time. Going around one more time. Yeah, Amazon. So you can get them on eBay. I found eBay. I have eBay account for certain things, like when I need replacement down stems because they don't last forever. Thank you very much. Let me back to here. Oops, there we go. Guitar blend. Yeah, bass cam LA. Look how I do this though. I just switch. I have this program, by the way, it saves my ass. I have 3 cameras, right, which doesn't prevent one of them from crashing, but I have a program that I downloaded that sets all 3 cameras, all the settings, including zoom, pan and tilt, so I can change the pan and just have an icon that I can double click. So I can, and that's the thing, because you don't want to, you don't want to be able to you have to reset all your 3 cameras every single time, and this sets everything, including brightness, autofocus to off. I don't want it focusing. So it saved my ass to find this utility, this free utility that I can set up and basically have a configuration page. Say, oh, I want all my cameras here, and one configuration page I call part 1, and the other called part 2, and then I click on part 2 when I want this camera. This is the only camera that I have that changes position. So this is the part of the show. I was talking earlier about how I was watching this new show called Palm Beach on Apple TV, and features Kristen Wiig, but as a guest star has Carol Burnett in it, and so she's actually in a new show. And I always like to say, you can't say, by the way, preference settings, every time you reboot, if you can save all your settings all you want, but every time you reboot a camera, it's going to go back to its defaults. It's a bug in Windows. It's well known. So it means you can set it all you want, but then if you reboot, you're screwed. That's why you got to have this utility. There's no other way to set all the defaults, and there's certainly no other way to set all the defaults at one time for all 3 of my USB cameras. And it has a section for each of the 3 cameras. So I can set anything I want, and I can have as many of these preferences as I want. Many of these sets of settings for the camera. There's no other way to do what I need to do. I mean, I'm not a typical customer of Windows, so I'm not, I'm bound to find these kind of bugs. So I saw Carol Burnett. Carol Burnett is in a coma in the show so far. I've only watched the first 2 episodes of Palm Beach on Apple TV. She's in a coma, so she has to play coma. She's in a bed like she's hilarious. She manages to be funny doing coma against Kristen Wiig. I don't want to say too much about the plot. It's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. But here's the part of the post where I say, Carol Burnett's show inspired me, so I try to make my show a lot like her show. Her show featured, it's a variety show. It was on every week. It featured, comedy, music, and audience interaction, which, I have all of in my daily show here. So I like to say my show is a lot like the Carol Burnett show, except instead of Harvey Korman, Tim Conway, Lyle Waggoner, and the incomparable Vicki Lawrence, you get none of those people. You also don't get Carol Burnett, but you do get me doing this. I'm so glad we had this time together, just to have a laugh and sing a song. Seems we just get started, and before you know it, comes the time we have to say so long. And she would do this every single time. So she did this, she sang that, and this was a signal to her grandmother. They did that together. So at the end of the show, she would do this because she knew her grandmother was watching the show. I don't do it for the same reason. I do it because Carol Burnett did it. Okay, I don't give a shit. I don't have any grandmothers. That's for sure. But I do that that's my closing of the show, and I'm not going to stop doing it because I like doing it, and it's easy to memorize. So anyway, tomorrow's show will be a lot like today's show. There'll be Flight Simulator for the first half of it. The second half of it will be me. Yeah, really, or any other famous. It's exactly like a show full of famous people, except with none of those people. Also, no production value. Anyway, but there'll be a show tomorrow. I pretty much do the show every day, but Tuesday. Tomorrow will be the first half will be Flight Simulator. I don't know where we're going. I don't know what it'll be in. The second half will be me playing guitar. Okay, well, Mike Hatch will be playing. Well, I will probably, I'll be watching. I don't know. I guess Mila's not going to stream tomorrow because she's working. So she'll stream Monday, but I'll stream Monday as well. Tuesdays, but I alternate between keyboard and guitar. So tomorrow's going to be a guitar stream. And I'm going to be playing some the Killers songs. I'm going to play this Portugal the Man song. I'm going to play some REM songs. I'm going to play a bunch of random folk songs. I'm going to play some, really. I'm going to play some. Be sure to hit that follow though. I think you already have. I think you guys already followed me. So I appreciate you coming by. My content's very similar, and it's I like to play music every day, so it's just basically I make these little wrappers around it, but it's just stuff I'm going to do every day anyway. So now I have the camera on. I could say hi. Yeah, I'm going back to Mila. I'm surprised she's still on because I'm almost at 2 hours, and I started after she came on. And I was like, oh, by the time I come off, she's going to be gone. But she's still on, so I'm gonna go back there. So anyway, I'm gonna have a 30-second ending card, which I like to do just because so I know my VODs are done. And then again, tomorrow will be a guitar stream for the second half.